Hi, friends. Welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. It has been a minute since I've done one of these live streams. We're going to do one of my quarterly book unhaul and sprints situations. I've got a couple stacks of books that I am unhauling and adding to my Pango shop. And so I'm going to show you all the books. We'll talk about them in sessions, and then we'll do sprints while I add them to my Pango shop to get that done, and y'all can read or work or whatever it is you're doing. Hi, Vicky. Good morning. Or, yeah, I guess it is afternoon. Excuse me. It is afternoon for me. How's everyone doing? It's so weird. I haven't done a lot of lives by myself lately. How is everyone? I'm going to give a couple minutes for people to show up. It has been a really chaotic few weeks because getting my kids into school. I've got a kid in middle school this year, so it's been a lot going on, but I'm hoping things are going to calm down this week. Now the after school classes have started and everything. Hey, Kate. Yes. Great day for sprints. It's a good Monday. Get into the week. Hi, Amanda. Joining from work. Awesome. I love it. Cool. Yeah, hopefully everybody can kind of use it to get whatever done that you need to get done. And it will help me get these things onto my Pango shop. So that'll be good. I know. It is kind of wild that I have a middle schooler now. How did that happen? They just keep growing. That's how it goes. I guess it makes sense. I started this channel like 8.5 years ago when my youngest kid was like 6 months old. So yeah, it's wild. How's the job hunt going? Y'all, the job market is not great. The job market is really rough right now. But at least like one thing that is good is I have been doing some freelance work for an author that's been kind of cool. So I've been helping to organize a campaign with influencers, get them on board to get PR packages and repost things and stuff. And so that's been really awesome. So I'm sort of like, well, I could try to like see if there's more authors who are looking for that kind of support or like social media support. So I made a website and I've got that, but then I am applying for jobs as well. And it's slow, you know? Everybody's looking for work right now and there aren't a lot of jobs. Hi, welcome. So I don't know if any of y'all can relate, but I feel like across industries right now, the job market's not good. And then like tariffs are making everything harder. So yeah, same in publishing. I did learn a lot though and have some great experience doing the paid internship I did over the summer. It was a lot of work, but it was really good and I think helped me get back into the flow of working for somebody else, which I hadn't done in a long time. And, kind of figure out like what I like to do and what's not so much. Yeah, hopefully the freelancing is good. So I'm kind of throwing it out. It's hard too, though, to be like, hey, if there's authors that like want to work with me, I can help put together campaigns. It has been really cool though. I'm working on one right now. And I guess I should say I need to, you know what I need to do? What I really need to do is put some of this info in I'll do it later, in my video description because I do have, I have a website where authors can fill out a form. And then I also have an influencer sign up form for people who are interested in campaigns, like getting free books and stuff. Ooh, yeah, nonprofits is bleak right now. I'm so sorry. It's really hard. It's not a great time. It's funny, I was talking to somebody who was like, yeah, all the parents I know are picking a really hard time to try to go back to work because everyone's looking for jobs and it's taking forever. So that has been challenging. You know what? I will put, I'm going to add this to the video description while I'm thinking about it. If anybody is interested, excuse me. what is everyone else up to? How is your September going so far? I have been reading some good books, so that's been fun. Let's see. Okay. Almost done, y'all. Just like, because I will probably forget to do it if I don't do it right this second, I am adding this to my video description. Okay, cool. So if you refresh the page, if anybody's looking for it, it should not be there. Awesome. You're right, Vicky. It is a good time to keep adding to the Pango shop, so we are going to do that as well. Oh, good. 30 and 30 manga's been going well. I love it. That's awesome. I need to catch up on some manga. I need to just catch up on books. I have so many books to read. I've got some things I'm working on. Finished Possession of Alba Diaz yesterday. 5 stars. Okay. Good. I love to hear that. Yeah, I'm reading a couple of books right now that I'm really enjoying. I'm reading Tusk Love by Thea Guanzon, which is a romantasy set in a Dungeons and Dragons world, in the world of Critical Role, which I haven't really watched Critical Role, but the premise sounded fun and it's hilarious and cute and fun, and I'm really enjoying that. And then I'm listening to House of the Beast by Michelle Wong, which is also great, and it's kind of I would call it sci-fantasy maybe. Like, I'm starting to get bits of like maybe there's a little bit of a sci-fi element, but it reads like fantasy and it's creepy, and yeah, really, really enjoying that. So I'll talk more about that soon too. Okay, glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Tusk Club. I think I have like 70 pages left or something, so those have been great. All right, I've added the things. Let's go ahead and go through my first stack of books that I'm unhauling. I've got 2 stacks, so not so much, but especially because I feel like I've read a lot of advanced reader copies, and those can't go on Pango, so those I just periodically take and donate places mostly. So things I am putting on Pango, we've got Destiny's Surrender by Beverly Jenkins, which I finally read. I like it, but I don't need to keep a copy on my shelves. It's not one of my favorites of hers, but I do think it's good. It's interesting because it's got a heroine who is a sex worker, and she writes fantastic historical romances. But this isn't one I see myself like revisiting in the future, so I'm going to pass that along to someone else who can enjoy it. I am also unhauling Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss. Just, not my thing, but it's like a romantasy, a Roman and Greek inspired romantasy. So for people who are interested, it's not the version of romantasy that I'm super into, but I think other people have found it to be really like fun and entertaining and kind of silly. So yes. Also have a criteria of how easily I can get it from the library if I do want to reread something. I think that makes sense. This seems to be like a good thing to do. Okay, I have a special edition of a novella, or limited edition, I guess, Time Out by Michael Marshall Smith, who I had not read from. I got this actually in a mystery grab bag of novellas from Subterranean Press, and they do these really beautiful like cloth bound editions. So this is kind of a sci-fi psychological horror novella. Another thing that's just not my thing is that I was sent Over the Moon by Laura Pavlov. This is a small town sports romance. I am not a big sports romance person. It's like a contemporary small town romance. It's very pretty. Like, it doesn't look like a sports romance, but like it's lovely. I'm just not a sports romance person. So hopefully someone else will enjoy that. Hey, Beth. Welcome. Oh, thank goodness. Well, I'm glad your AC got fixed, because that's rough when it's still warm. It's still pretty hot here. Oh, I need to read Hexologist still. I'm glad you're enjoying that. It's on my TBR. Crueler Mercies by Maren Chase. This is sapphic fantasy romance with kind of a historical vibe. It's a slow pace, very character driven, following a princess who is locked up in a tower by her father and then is sort of freed and forced into a marriage with someone who wants to overthrow her father. So it's like political stuff, but sapphic and interesting. I have another thing that arrived that just I think is not really like what I read much of, but Consider Yourself Kissed by Jessica Stanley. I had never heard of this before. It just kind of showed up. Does happily ever after have to mean losing a part of yourself? I think it's like a what is this? Women's fiction, maybe? I think it has like a romantic element to it, but it's just like not the version of the sort of thing that I normally would reach for, and my TBR is overstuffed right now. So we're unhauling that one and hopefully moving on to somebody who might enjoy it. And then, okay, I did read this, but I have the audiobook, so I would probably just revisit the audiobook if I want to reread it, but I did really like it. This is The Dead Husband Cookbook by Danielle Valentine. I talked about this in last month's wrap up. It was a lot of fun. By the way, this is a tomato. It doesn't really look like a tomato, but it's interesting because it's about this woman who is an editor who kind of got in trouble for something that she did, and she has a chance to redeem herself by working with this celebrity chef who wants to write a memoir. And there's always been people who have these ideas that maybe she killed her husband, and the woman makes her sign an NDA and is like, okay, but you can only work in person on physical pages. I won't send you the e-copy, and you have to come to my farm to work on it. And so she's really excited at first because she's always been a fan of this woman, but then things get weird. And so we get bits and pieces of the memoir interspersed with what's happening, and it's great. I really enjoyed it. It was bonkers at the end, and I do love a bonkers thriller, so I thought it was fun, but I just don't need to keep it on my shelves. Also, fantastic book that I want to get in the hands of someone else, Gaysians by Mike Curato. This is a graphic novel. It is an adult graphic novel following a group of queer Asian friends in Seattle over the course of about a year. It's great. It like deals with a lot of topics. It's got people from a lot of different Asian backgrounds, and I'm like, what do I say about it? It is, adults. Like, I would not hand this to kids given some of the images in it, but I think it's really well done. It's very heartfelt, and I love seeing the journey that the characters went on through the course of the year. It's incredibly well done as a graphic novel. So loved it, but not something I necessarily need to keep on my shelves, and I'd like to get it hopefully into somebody else's hands. Then 10 Incarnations of Rebellion by Vaishnavi Patel. This is interesting. It's kind of alternate history story. What if India stayed a British colony until like the 60s or 70s, and then the set with a rebellion during that time period, which is like an interesting approach. It's a little bit of a slower book, but if you've liked her writing, maybe check that out. And then another thing that I really loved, but I don't see myself necessarily revisiting it, is I Am Not Starfire by Mariko Tamaki. This is so great. I read this for a video project where Lizelle Sambury picked my TBR, and I have no background with the superheroes in this. It's part of this like DC Comics thing for teens, but the main character is this sort of like plus size queer goth girl who doesn't want to be like her mom. And her mom is this really pretty superhero, and she struggles with that. And I loved it. I thought it was great. Another one also from that same video that I did that was real intense. I don't think I will read this again, but I'm glad that I did read it, is Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker Martin, which is pretty intense horror surrounding a gay conversion camp. And I would say this is not for the faint of heart, but I think it's done really well. I think it's really smart, and the way she's doing stuff is great. Um, okay, a couple more for the stack, and then we'll do a sprint while I put these on my Pango shop. If We Survive This by Raquel Marie. This is a YA. Okay, so it was pitched as like a YA zombie story, sapphic YA zombies. I would say it reads more like contemporary fiction. It's a little bit slower. It's more about her experience having OCD and what that's like before the zombies and after the zombies, which is a really interesting way of dealing with it. So, like, I think I was expecting something more action packed, and it's really not driven by the action, but I think it's good. It's well done. So, if that sounds up your alley, some of the like OCD stuff is a little visceral. So, take care with that. But I thought it was good. Hello. How are you? Okay, last thing is something I picked up that I feel like someone will be probably very excited to have, and I just probably wouldn't use it quickly enough for me to feel like I should keep it. But this is fun. I have looked through it. It's the Chapel Roan Coloring and Activity Book. I won this at the Pride Book Fest with Threads and Instagram, and it's fun. So it's got like some photos and stuff of her, but then also coloring. I don't know if you can see. Maybe, kind of. There we go. Coloring pages. So that's fun. Someone will probably like that. A lot. Right now, I'm doing an unhaul, and we're going to do a sprint while I add them to my Pango shop. And so the link is down below. If anybody's interested in any of these, you can grab them there. We're going to do, we'll say, how about let's do a 25-minute sprint. I don't know if it'll quite take me 25 minutes to add them, but let me know what you're going to be doing during the sprint. Are you reading? Are you working? What's going on? Let me know. For reference, it's like even stuff that I really like, I just can't keep everything because I have limited shelf space. I live in New York. I have lots of bookshelves, but I read so much. I just don't have space. Hello. All right, so let me get the sprint thing ready. Well, everybody let me know what you're going to do for our first sprint. Okay, here we go. It's the Pomodoro Kitty timer. So we'll do 25 minutes. Not seeing anything, but if you're here for the sprint, let me know. It has been a minute since I've done these. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? Oh, here we go. Reading The Spirit Engineer and Home Today for the AC repair. Okay, makes sense. Still need to do a bit of work for the home office. Okay, nice. I know it's like the middle of the workday on a Monday, so I'm sure there are plenty of people who have like work-related things to do right now. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn off my video and everything, but I will see you all back here in 25 minutes. All right, and that is the end of our first sprint. How did that go for everyone? I've got one more stack of books we're unhauling, so we'll go over that, but give everyone a sec to finish up and come back. Let me know what you did. I added all of the books to the Pango shop, and I also set up a discount. So I like to, when I'm first adding stuff, I'll do a sale for a little bit. So right now you can get 20% off. I think anything over, what did I put? $15 on anything. And I think there's like 116 books already in the shop. So I've got a lot if there's anything you're looking for. Hello, welcome. I don't know if you're still here. Hey, Vicky, read first chapters in 5 books, oh, nice, keeping 2 to finish. I love this. I love that other people are doing this. So I love a try a chapter tag. I recently did one for patrons and channel members that they got to see because I've had so many books on my TBR, including stuff that like was sort of sent to me without like unsolicited that I'm like, well, I want to give it a chance, but I'm not sure if it's quite for me. And so that was kind of a fun way to get some things off the TBR. But I love that you were able to do that as well. Very cool. Anyone else? Let me know what you've been up to. I see people like rejoining the live now that we're done with it. Yes, this was my thought. Exactly. I love that she's doing her own first chapter challenge. I do think it can be helpful sometimes as like a vibe check of like, is the writing working for me? Is this like my thing? You know, it can be good. I'll be honest, usually I read like the first couple chapters of it, but you do kind of get an idea early on, at least a decent idea of whether it'll work for you or not, which is nice. Okay, let me take this off the screen because we're gonna go through my other stack of books. Okay, the first one I have, I hope somebody snaps this up because it's kind of exciting. Just not something I need to keep. I have a signed copy of The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I went to an event for it. He is a UK author, so that was kind of exciting. He's not generally in the US. I love the first Law books. This one for me was a little too plot driven to be a favorite that I would want to keep on my shelves. I think I mean, if you've been around long enough, you know that I like a character-driven story generally. Plot-driven stories are a little not as much my thing, but it's fun. It's funny. The characters are interesting, but it is definitely fast-paced and plot-driven. But hopefully somebody will be excited about that and grab it. That'll be fun for somebody's bookshelf. See, trying to finish Breathe In, Bleed Out by Brian McCauley. I haven't heard of this. 66% of the way into the audiobook. Nice. I hope it's going well. Then I have a book that is actually on my TBR, but I ended up with 2 copies of it. And one of them is signed, so I am unhauling the one that is not signed because I don't need 2 copies of this. This is, can you see? Dyke Delusions, Essays and Observations by Samantha Mann. So this is a nonfiction essay collection that's memoir-ish about motherhood and queerness, and it sounds fantastic. I got to hear her talk about this. Again, I do have a copy of my own that I'm hoping to read soon, but I ended up with 2 copies, so I'm passing the other one along. Have a cart of books you're pretty sure you want to read and also pretty sure you won't want to keep on your shelves. Now you just need, yes, read them. I love that. I love it. One that I liked, I'm just not keeping on my shelves, is Road to Ruin by Hannah Lee. This is fun. It's like a sapphic, queer dystopian fantasy with interesting magic and these mage bikes that are magic powered and a true love triangle that is perhaps polyamorous, set in these wastelands. And that was a lot of fun. Kind of like Mad Max Fury Road vibes, but add magic and make it queer. It's fun. Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This is the start of a romantasy series that has dragons and an exiled princess. A little slow to start, but if you are a romantasy reader, that could be fun. Harmattan Season by Tochi Onyebuchi. This is interesting. Like, it's another one where the themes of this are really interesting. The genre is not like my favorite thing, so passing it along, but happy to have read it. Harmattan Season is like sci-fi noir, right? It's like really reads as like a noir fiction, but set in Africa in a sci-fi version of it, which is really interesting. So if you like a noir vibe, that could be a cool one to pick up. I do love a lot of Tochi Onyebuchi's writing, and it's like really rich in themes and stuff. I've got a graphic novel that I quite liked. This is You and Me on Repeat. Doesn't want to show you. Okay, there we go. This was super cute. By Mary Shine. It's a YA kind of rom-com with a day getting repeated, a la Groundhog Day, sort of, but dealing with interesting family dynamics and also uncertainty about the future and what it's like to graduate and what you think you want versus what you really want. And it was really good. I liked it a lot. It was very cute. A couple of books I ended up with that are just like not my genre of choice, and so I'm gonna hopefully pass them on to people of who they are their genre of choice. So Husbands and Lovers by Beatrice Williams. This is like historical fiction meets women's fiction, New England 2022 and Egypt 1951, which is, could be interesting. So if you like historical fiction, women's fiction, check it out. They're just like not they're not my go-tos. And right now I have so many books on my TBR that if it's not something that's like really my thing, I don't have space for it. Yeah, Harmattan Season. Similarly, we have The Summer Pact by Emily Giffen. This is also more kind of women's fiction. It's dealing with grief. We've got friends from college and then things changing 10 years later. Again, just like not really my genre of choice, but it may be yours. So, hey, Jessica, welcome. All right. Next is one that I also read for a video challenge, and I liked it, but I don't really see myself probably picking it up again. Thanks, Vicky. Yeah, that is exactly it. The last two are just not for me. Like, I'm sure they're perfectly good books. They're just not my genres. So hopefully someone else will enjoy them. Okay, so a while back I did a thing where Chuck Tingle recommended a couple of books for me to read, which was a really fun video that you can find on my channel. It's one of my Authors Pick My TBR videos. And so one of those was Kitchen Confidential, Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly by Anthony Bourdain. And it was great. It was funny, dark humor, not something I probably would have picked up on my own, but I'm glad I read it. Just not something I'm probably going to keep on my shelves, which is okay, but it was good. Another one that was fun and I don't need on my shelves anymore, like I liked it and that was great, is I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com by Kimberly Lemming. I love Kimberly Lemming's like comedic fantasy romance. This has a sci-fi element to it. It's really bonkers. I'm not 100% sold on the romance as a romance, but as like a satire of late stage capitalism, it's great. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I read it for a book club. It was very entertaining, and I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. Then we have a book that is one of the few books I will tell you I DNF'd because I think it's been around long enough, and it was just not, unfortunately, not for me. I tried, and I know this is a fan favorite, but it does one of the things that I cannot deal with in books, y'all. So this is Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, and this has like sexualization of children. There's a lot of it. I kept trying to push through, and there kept being more, and I was finally like, ooh, I cannot deal like with that. So I will watch adaptations of this, but I think, And based on the comments I got when I mentioned this, people said that a lot of her books have that. So Anne Rice sadly may just not be for me because that is not something I can deal with reading. So I am unhauling that. It's a lovely copy, but someone will enjoy it. Next is another book that I read. I liked it, but I'm not keeping it on my shelves because space. Notes from a Regicide by Isaac Fellman. This is interesting. It is like a futuristic dystopian novel that is very, very slow paced and character driven. And it is this trans guy who is a journalist and writer writing about his adoptive trans parents and who were political activists who have passed away. And it's like really good. It's really well done. Not going to be like everybody's cup of tea. Again, very character driven, slower paced, not super driven by the plot, but I thought it was beautiful. Had a lot of really great things in it. And then lastly, I've got some manga that I read for Patreon and channel member book club. The first 2 volumes were a reread for me. And this is, I think we finally landed on why this series is just not for me. Like, I like it in theory. I'll talk about it. So this is Sweat and Soap. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3. It's a workplace adult romance. And I think what we finally figured out is that the art style, like, this is what we figured out in book club, is that what I have a hard time with is that, like, because of the art style, her face looks anxious when she's actually like into what's happening. And I just don't, I can't get past that. Even though, like, I realize that, like, she is consenting to things, but, like, the art makes her look anxious and it bugs me. But, like, a lot of other people really enjoyed it. So, you know, it's fine. We'll pass them on. I think that one is just not for me, which is okay. Hi, Angie. Welcome. Okay, so those are the last of the books that are currently going on to the Pango shop. So I'm going to add them. We're going to do another sprint for like, I think this is going to be faster. So maybe I'll say 20 minutes. Yeah, Jessica DNF'd it. I'm guessing for the same reason. Like, I think it does get better. Like, I liked it better in the second and third volumes, but I think that art style thing makes me feel anxious, even though I don't think I'm supposed to. So I'm like, well, but I know some people really enjoyed it, which is cool. So hopefully someone will enjoy getting those. Should we do another 25 minutes? I feel like 20, maybe 20 minutes would be fine. Yeah. What is everyone going to do during our next sprint? Let me know. Okay, just finished Sweat and Soap. It did get better, but I get your reasons. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure it does, and it's not bad, like, but it stresses me out. So, you know, read the first volume and had trouble with him screaming so much. I can see that. I can see that. Like, that gets better in the second volume. Like, I do think volume 2 was a lot better than volume 1 for me, but still there were some things that I was like, I don't know if this is quite gonna work. It's interesting. It's quirky. It's very quirky. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do, let's say 20 minutes this time. We'll do a 20-minute sprint. Oh, well, 25. Okay, Kate's gotta do dishes. Okay, Kate, we can do a 25-minute sprint. That's fine. I can also like read if I finish early, so that's also cool. Okay, so we'll do a 25-minute sprint. I will add these to the Pango shop. Also, if you're interested in any of them, like I said, right now there is 20%, an extra 20% off, and I have so many books in it. Honestly, I need to like kind of clear it out soon because it's getting a little excessive, I feel like. Yay! Started House of Flame and Shadow for the read along. Oh, that's exciting. I have not started it. I also have not yet started our book club book, but I will soon. I'm finishing some things. Um, I have a lot of stuff I want to do, and I this week I might actually be able to do it. The last couple weeks have just been like getting kids acclimated to school, and it has been a little overwhelming, but things should settle this week, and I should have a lot more time, which is also part of why this is the first video I've put up in over a week because life right now has been a lot. If it was longer than what it was, you would have dropped it. That's fair. I kind of get that. All right, y'all, let's do 25 minutes and then we'll come back and chat a little bit more. All right, good luck with reading and work and dishes. See you soon. All right. How did everybody do? Got everything added. Love this. Perfect timing and dishes are done. Nice. More try chapter. And you have a stack of books to list on Pango. Love it. Perfect. One of y'all snapped up a few of these books already. So we've got all the Sweat and Soap volumes and Hermotten season going to one of you guys. And yeah, that's exciting. So if you guys are interested in any of them, we'll have for probably the next like day or so, I'll have the 20% off discount up on the shop, and the link is in the video description. So thank you all for joining me for this. This was great. I have to go pick up a very late lunch, which is okay because I like went to the gym late morning and then had a post gym like protein shake situation. So sometimes I have lunch really late. I love this. Picking up on so many more connections after reading all of the books. Yes, that is definitely how that goes. I love it. Tried to start book club book, but didn't get far into it yet. Okay. Well, hopefully we have time. You know, it should be fun. Should be an interesting one. I love the cover. It was definitely the winner. Actually, this reminds me, I also need to put up our poll for our December book club. So I will do that soon. Oh, y'all, I have so much to do. The last couple weeks have been so much, but I'm going to catch up. This week's going to be great. I have way more work time available because kids are in after school, so I can like make more videos and like catch up on things I haven't done. So it'll be good. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, go check out any of the books if you're interested. And if you're watching this later, let me know in the comments down below. What do you do with books that you're not keeping? Do you sell them? Do you like keep everything you read? I know there are people who do that. I could never because I read too much and I don't have space. But yeah, it's good. So have a great week. Happy Monday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.